given information from their family, and even there was a website, what do you call those? A blog where the family, a blog where their family and I was sent pictures of the rest of the family and such, and so her direct family was emailing me, and then all of a sudden it just quit, and the blog went away, and I don't know whether she's still out there or not, but I would say that if anybody out there has additional information, then certainly pass that along to us, and we'll try to get that. Because
I'll say this: she's in Virginia, and that's as far as I want to go with it, as far as what I can say, because that's not touching on anything sensitive. Knowing where somebody's at in a certain state or country or wherever is no big deal. It's finding exactly where they're at. It's the big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'd be willing to discuss with you face to face.
All right. Okay, we have this from Jim. He wants to know, have you ever heard of a person causing another person to feel as if they've had an electric shock when they look into their eyes?
Yes.
Is this...
And that's total demonic.
Is this... Okay.
As a matter of fact, it happened to me, and it's been about... It was when I was living in North Carolina. It's been about 15 years ago, I would say. A person did that to me who was satanic, and he professed to be a saint and worshiper, and he told me, he just asked me, how you like that? And I said, I don't. I said, if you do it again, I'll wax you.
Wow. I know on the lighter side, though, if somebody was looking, my eyes start to shock me, I'd have to respond, don't tase me, bro.
So my well,
you know what I'm saying?
In my letters, I used to be second in command of the southeast quadrant of the Maritime Minutemen, and I can tell you this, that trying to figure out how to say this. Oh yeah, on my signatures. I don't know if you've gotten any of them. I still got the email that you have. It's another email that they don't.
Yeah.
You see my signature on there, commander of the People's Army Against Domestic Terror.
Yeah.
That's a real group. It's a large group, and because when you go into the Army, you swear that you'll protect this country against enemies, foreign and domestic. And I believe that our enemies are more domestic than they are foreign.
Would reptilians be considered? I know you could be talking obviously about government officials or maybe in the military industrial complex, but would reptilians fit into domestic or foreign?
Yes.
Yes.
Real deeply.
Okay. Well, if they were here first, wouldn't they actually be the domestic?
Yeah. Let me just put it to you this way: America's going to be the first country to go down and smoke.
And I think, and of course, you said at the opening of the broadcast, and you were saying this last week too as well, that you consider that the cataclysmic event is going to happen this year.
Yes, I do. I believe it's the beginning of birth pain. I believe that we have already entered into the Great Tribulation period.
I was emailed a guest suggestion by a supporter of the program here who said there's a Dr. Jonathan Hansen who has been 100% accurate in his prophecies, and I think he may have prophesied 9/11. As few people got the precognitive view of it, but 100% accurate. And he says that 2008 there is going to be something that will change life as we know it. Yeah,
and I do believe that half of California, from the San Andreas Fault west, is actually just going to cave in. And of course, it's no known secret that they do weather manipulation. And they had made a statement that they own the weather, but they just haven't mastered the winter yet. And I believe all this rain, you see the rain that they're having down there, record-breaking. And Monday, I think it was San Diego, had more rain Monday than they did in 2006 and 2007. in one day. But all these rain spots, if you'll look at them, they're all running along the San Andreas Fault. And I believe they're softening the ground. But I believe when that baby gives way, that whole area from there west will literally cave and slide right into the ocean.
Really? I thought you were...
Entire area. In fact, not only do I believe it, I've been told it by high officials, and I'm not even walking on thin ice telling you that. How do you like that?
Well, I thought what you were going to say was that it was softening the ground so they could come up out of there, but you said the whole there's going to be like a continental shift of that thing just sliding off in the ocean?
Yeah, and right now, HAARP is going to shoot a frequency at the moon, and Russia's concerned about it, that it might capsize the Earth, make it wobble from the frequency. I guess and the best way that I can put it, because I know how HAARP operates and how it's the Harmonic Auroral Research Program, and the way it operates is the best way I can describe it is recoil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In other words, I guess it's kind of when they shoot this frequency, and I was told that it takes 8 megabytes of vibration frequency on a radio wave in the center of the Earth to cause an earthquake. And they was thinking about, for one split second, seeing what a gigabyte of frequency would do shot into the center of the Earth. Now, that goes along. Here's the kind of government, and it's so subtle, because here's the kind of government, and I'm going to re-say this again. When they've made the atomic bomb, and the hydrogen bomb, the first thing they were worried about was what happens if the atoms don't stop splitting. Because you got a hydrogen bomb, and water is hydrogen, H2O.
Yeah.
So, what happens if, and they weren't sure. And in the military, 50-50 is 0%. If it when you have a scale, it's a balance scale, and you weigh something that weighs the same, what does the pointer point to? 0. So we always consider 50-50 chance of 0%. Well, they were at a 50-50 chance that the atoms wouldn't stop splitting. But what did they do? They did it anyway. Taking a chance, knowing that they might explode the entire Earth, not knowing that the atoms would stop splitting. That's the people that are running your government. Those are the people you're paying taxes to. One thing that Hannah said that stuck in my mind, you are paying your taxes, Caesar, buddy. You better believe it. You are. You're paying your taxes to these reptilian agendas. When you pay taxes, that's where it goes. And Black Ops and these drug and the CIA drug running operations is, and Black Ops is it's a special ops. But Black Ops is what they do is they steal the money from the drug cartels or whatever mission they have, and they fund their own projects by selling, like the Iran-Contra thing. That was a black operation, helping the Contras. They weren't using taxpayers' money, so they were using drug money and the sale of weapons. But the weapons that they were selling were reject off the assembly line. And in one case, I heard that if you fired one of those missiles and, you have to hold the aiming device onto your target, that a mile out that the missile would turn around and get you when it was already past Mach 2. So there was no running away from it.
All right.
And so that's what Black Ops is about. It's about funding your own operation. And so that's where your taxes go, folks. They don't go to Habitat for Humanity, and they don't go to help the children. They go to help abortion, help to kill the children. They go to homosexual agendas. They go to agendas that are wrong. They go to, that's why it's called Black Ops, and that's why they're called black projects and dark projects and all these things. Why do you think they're called black and dark?
Mm-hmm. So you would say that places like, say, Sacramento will be swimming with the fishes?
Yeah, I really do believe that. It may sound funny to some people, but, I've seen these people do it, man. And like I said, the best way to sum it up is the atomic bomb project. They didn't know if the atoms were going to stop splitting or not, but they did it anyway, didn't they?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Philadelphia experiment. It seems to me they didn't know what was going to happen there. You just did it anyway.